It is not legal to refuse entry to any Canadian who wants to come home. And that's something that is the major difference between land borders and air borders. You can prevent someone from boarding a flight in Miami or elsewhere. You can't prevent someone who's standing at a land border crossing from entering Canada because technically they're already on Canadian soil when they're speaking to that customs officer. That's why what we can do is, in cases of no test to show, apply a stiff penalty, a fine, and demand and ensure a rapid and complete follow-up to make sure that they are getting tested, that they are being properly quarantined, that they are not putting at risk the safety of other Canadians by returning home without a clear negative test. I think it's extremely important to make a clear distinction that these aren't detentions. These are medically based isolations. On the 3-day quarantine, for example, that is the average time for a PCR test to be returned. It's the expected amount of time in which a returning traveler might have to stay in the approved local airport hotel. But indeed, if it only takes 24 hours to get that PCR test back and it comes back negative, they are going to be free to go home and continue their quarantine as mandated at home. We are not detaining people. These are public health measures that are necessary to ensure that we are keeping Canadians safe, particularly given the arrival of new variants in Canada and extensively around the world. We need to do everything we need to keep people safe. We need to do that in a way that is respecting people's dignity and supporting them properly. And I can assure you that everyone is following up carefully to make sure that the conditions in which people have to do their quarantine or their testing are always adequate.